What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with another review video. This time it is of Overcooked 2 All You Can Eat. And today we have a special guest who's out of town visiting us. You want to welcome yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Manalco97 Anime News. I talk about everything and anything upcoming for anime and anime-based video games, and I'm happy to be a part of this video going over Overcooked All You Can Eat for the Nintendo Switch.
And we're glad to have you. So, I played Overcooked 1 and 2 before, and this is basically Overcooked 1 and Overcooked 2 and all the DLC that was already put on for the original. But this is your first time playing Overcooked. What did you think?
I thought it was really fun. I would always see this game being played on like Twitch or people streaming it or like couples or married people playing it, but like looking at it from afar away or not knowing the details is very interesting. Like it kind of just seems like you see characters going left and right and just putting stuff in pots and pans, but when you actually play it, learn the mechanics, play with someone with experience or like taking the time to learn it, it's very fun. And having this be like a co-op experience, rather be online or local, is very fun to play and very enjoyable to understand along the missions and boards and everything.
Right. So this is definitely one of those games where I would say can be couch co-op, online co-op, story mode, and you can do arcade mode as well, and you can even battle. We don't have any experience battling each other.
No
I wouldn't do that to you though. I wouldn't do that to you. Maybe if you had somebody else on your team it would be 2v1, but yeah, but I mean you're pretty good. Like in the beginning you were like
well, kind of bad.
Oh man! What? But he's gotten better.
Yeah.
We four-starred almost all of Overcooked. All of one.
Yeah.
And, okay, so let's talk about the difference between Overcooked 1 and Overcooked 2. Now, the only difference, do you know the differences, right?
Right. One the first game you can't throw, and the other one you can throw, which is Overcooked 2.
Yeah, Overcooked 2 you can definitely throw your ingredients, and like. I love it. The only thing I don't like about throwing your ingredients, you can throw chopped vegetables. I'm like, you should be able to throw whole ones, but not chopped, because that should just splatter everywhere. Like, realistically. I mean, I know this is not a realistic based game, but realistically, like, you should only be allowed to throw whole ingredients and not chopped ingredients. But, so we played Overcooked 2 as well.
Right.
And on mine's, when we try to defeat the boss, mine's hard crashes.
Yeah.
If I have some video footage, you'll see it. But mine's hard crashes. We had to defeat Overcooked 2 on your file.
Right.
And like we told Team 17, and I have to get back to them because they like, download the latest and greatest update. And I had the latest and greatest update, and it still crashed. So I need to do another video to send over to them so that they see it. So let's talk about 1 and then we'll get into Overcooked 2. We've done a bit of the DLC as well.
Right.
So like for Overcooked 1, summarize story 1.
Story 1 is just the meatball, it's like the meatball is like tearing the town and like becoming stronger and bigger, and then you do it as a prologue at the very start of the first game, and then you get to that same section when you clear all the boards in the first game. So it's basically taking down the meatball so he doesn't destroy the town or the city or whatever have you, like on some Avengers type stuff. And then once you defeat the meatball, if your game doesn't crashes and you play it again on someone else's save file, you unlock the meatball as a playable character for Overcooked 1.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. I forgot about that. There's so many characters in this game because you have all the characters from Overcooked 1, all the characters from Overcooked 2, plus all the DLC characters, plus extra characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that there are a lot of characters. Now, do you know the story of Overcooked 2?
Overcooked 2, that one starts out as like bread is like being turned into zombies and like
the unbreaded.
Like they're getting turned into zombies and like it doesn't come into place again until you get to the final border mission where you have to make sure all your food is correctly made. and if you run out of time, then the board just ends and it's game over, and then you have to restart from the beginning. But the zombie aspect doesn't kick in until the beginning of the game and at the end of the game.
No, that's not true.
Oh, there's another zombie
So you
aspect?
don't forget the horde battles where we had to
That-
ward up the things because they're trying to break down the kitchen?
But that's extra bonuses, though.
No, that's on every level.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I only remember that during the Christmas board.
No. Oh, dang.
Because that's also in the Christmas
It
one.
is in one of the DLC boards.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's in the game itself
Oh,
too.
okay,
So
the base second game.
I believe it's in the game too. So yeah, so the Onion King is reading a book and he raises the unbreaded and they're terrorizing the town, so to speak. And we gotta get better to defeat the unbreaded.
Right.
Right. So those are the stories for basic stories. You're here for the gameplay. You're not really here for the story. So let's talk about gameplay.
Yeah.
Gameplay. So Overcooked has you what are the meals we make in Overcooked? Like soups,
Burgers,
tacos,
pizza. I think it's fish.
Sushi.
Yeah, that, and you also do potatoes, fish. I think that's everything.
Yeah, fish and chips.
And then there's another pot one. What is it, onions? There's
No.
some tomatoes is another one.
It's spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Oh, you do
It's spaghetti.
as well.
It's spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the main ones in the first game, from what I remember, and I'm sure there's maybe a couple more, but yeah.
Yeah. And so, essentially, this game it's definitely a party game. Don't play this by yourself. It's no fun by yourself. I mean, I could 4-star the boards by myself, but it ain't fun. I think the main thing is getting your friends to get it.
Yeah.
Because we went through the whole game, all of one.
Right. I think the first game also has, I think it's it's chocolate as well, the marshmallow.
That's the DLC boards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's DLC. We played it together with my sister. And so if you were playing it, would you play this game by yourself?
Nah, not even close. No way. Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't play this by
I think
myself.
this game is definitely meant to be played with people because that's with the hilarity. Play with friends you get along with. Because I do get frustrated. I think I've gotten some frustration out of you on this game, right?
Yeah, only a couple times. Not bad, though.
It's come on! It gritted the pot, you let it burn! And that's where the insanity of this game ensues. You're having to rush to make the orders. And to get to 3 stars is not that bad. It's when you're going for the 4 stars. We can be on one board for 45 minutes to an hour sometimes.
Yeah, just to 4-star it.
Just to 4-star it. So, you don't have to 4-star it. It's just something I like to do. This is one of those games where I do like to see all my games completed on my little calendar. Ooh, 4. And for me, it's one of those fun things. And same thing with Overcooked too. The only thing that changed in the controls is that you can throw, which we already said.
Right.
Otherwise, the chop and the controls are super simple. You're not doing very much. What it is the boards changing.
Mm-hmm.
The boards that's all it is. The difference between Overcooked 1 and Overcooked 2 is that the boards change and you have the ability to throw. So they add a different kind of boards for now that you can throw fruits and vegetables and whatever.
Type of difficulty.
Oh yeah. And so the DLC, because you didn't know it was DLC,
Right.
they're shorter boards. They're full boards still, but they're shorter. How are you liking the DLC boards?
I thought they were good. I think a lot of the DLC boards are better than the base game boards, in my opinion. So to have the DLC be a part of it was very fun, and I like those. Some of those I like more than the base game boards or the original boards.
Dang. He's Overcooked 2, just make DLC.
Yeah, it was when you can pick and choose which board, or when you have easier boards to pick and choose from, it makes it pretty fun and really relaxing at times sometimes.
Well, the only thing with the DLC though, you have to have a certain amount of stars to move to the next one.
one.
It's the same with the main story, but I think it's harder to get the stars in the DLC. But yeah, so now let's rate the Overcooked The whole bundle, because even though it's Overcooked 1 and Overcooked 2, it's just the bundle. So we're gonna rate the whole bundle.
Okay.
From 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
From 1 to 5, what would you give it?
I would give it a 3. For multiple reasons. For one, Overcooked All You Can Eat is its own separate game, and they really should promote that as such, because you have the game separately you can buy, or you can buy, I think, what do they call, like, so you can buy this game separately, or you can do, they also have another bundle, but it's also separate in a way.
Yes, so what they do is you have Overcooked 1 and you have Overcooked 2 separate, right?
Right.
And they sell them together as a bundle.
Right.
And then they sell these together as a bundle with the DLC, but you can't link to Overcooked 2 like as you can in that bundle, which is technically Overcooked 2, because they consider this one its own game, even though it's the same game.
Yeah, Overcooked All You Can Eat is its own, like, it's its own separate game. So if you wanted to play with someone that has Overcooked, like 2, or like has like a combo, like double pack or whatever, if they don't have All You Can Eat, you can't play with those people, which we had that problem with.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, just buy that one. I have Overcooked 1, I have Overcooked 2. I'll be able to play with you.
Yeah, and the issue became that because it was its own separate game, there is no crossplay. It's crossplay when you have All You Can Eat, but it's not crossplay if you have the game separately. Another reason why I give it a 3, this game likes to hard crash or kick you out in like the lobby system. It's a lot to deal with when it comes to online. Rather if you have an Ethernet or not, because like NGG says, or has said in this video, when she tries to play the last board in Overcooked 2, it just kicks her. And you know, she has an Ethernet, she has good online, but it could be either her cartridge or the game itself, and it could just not boot up. So she can complete the board on other people's saves or their files, but she can't complete it on her own files. So
yeah, because the person who hosts it is the one, it goes into their ecosystem, not like we still get the stars. Like if you're playing online, both people still get the stars, but it goes onto their cartridge. So it might be that my cartridge is what is it called?
Damage. Corrupted.
There you go. That's the word. Corrupt, because I can finish it on yours, but I can't finish it on mine.
Right. Yeah. So with it being its own separate game, not having complete like cross-play or like inactivity with other players, with it crashing and like having files corrupted on certain cartridges, and the last thing, oh yeah, the internet connection. That was the third thing, because like there'll just be moments where everything will run fine and just all of a sudden it'll either connect, kick you out, the mission will lag, or it'll just shut the game down altogether. Like almost like blue screening for the Switch, where you'll just have this text box be like, oh, the game just stopped running, so now you're at the home screen. So it's fun. I definitely had a lot of fun with it. It just has so many issues for it to be called All-in-One or All You Can Eat. It just has way too many issues for it to be considered as a separate game, and they should have just tweaked it a lot better and more, which I know they have this like new, this new DLC thing coming out for, like a new update or something.
Do they?
Yeah, like they have like this new update or new pack coming out for it, which I feel like is just adding more to it than fixing what's in this game now. Yeah, so I give it a 3-star rating out of 5.
Okay. For me, anybody who knows me knows I love me some Overcooked. And I was willing to deal with the lag, the crash, the how many times they kicked you out of the room, just because I love the game. But I do have to be an honest reviewer and say, for me, it's a 4.5. And the 0.5 is all the stuff I just mentioned, because otherwise I love the game. This is literally the third time I bought this game, because I have Overcooked 1, I have Overcooked 2. I bought all the DLC, so I didn't really need this game. Minus the fact that I told you to buy this because I thought,
because you thought you'd be able to crossplay.
I thought I would be able to crossplay. And the system for connecting on this is a little different than on Overcooked 2. I know you don't know this because this is the only experience you ever had with it. But on Overcooked 2, you can set up a lobby and then people can join in. In this one, you have to invite them in. I haven't been able to set up a lobby and you just join in. Yeah,
and Overcooked 2, for those who haven't played, like I remember Nintendo had a thing where like, oh, anyone can play Overcooked 2. The invite system in number 2 is way easier than this one, so if you ask me, I would just recommend people just to play Overcooked 2 just to see if they like the game. But the invite in this game is way different because if someone disconnects or something happens, you have to go back to the home screen.
But you always have to go back to the home
okay.
screen.
But I remember being a lot faster in the
Yeah, it was
second
because they could connect to you.
Okay.
They didn't have to wait for you to send an invite.
Okay.
They can just come back in once you were in the main lobby.
I got you.
Yeah, once you were in the bus or the food truck or whatever.
Food truck, yeah.
Yeah. But so, and I think that the only reason that they did that was because it's cross-platform as well.
Right.
It's supposed to be cross-platform. I haven't tested it out with anybody who's cross-platform, but so you get a Team 17 invite system and you get a Nintendo invite system. So even though we're both on Nintendo,
right,
we would use the Team 17 connection because that one was a better, more reliable connection than the Nintendo. Yeah. But the Nintendo has the invite system.
Yeah.
So like when we would be playing, I know we would be waiting for my sister. I would send her the invite so that while she's playing Animal Crossing or whatever, I'm like, hey, just so you know, we're playing, and if you want to join us, you can. Yeah. So but you know, for me, it's 4.5. I really, really love the game. I didn't have a hard time buying it again. I did have problem with the price because I already had everything that this bundle has, but this has the one thing that this one has that the other one doesn't. That the 2-pack is that Overcooked 1 is online.
Yeah.
Overcooked 1 is an online and the double pack. So like, you can play half the game online, and then the other half is Couch Co-op.
Right.
So for me, this adds the value that I wasn't able to play Overcooked 1 online with anybody, and I really like Overcooked. So yeah, that's our review. We're gonna let Manako say his farewells.
All right. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter at Manako97 Anime News. I'm glad to be a part of this video. I had a lot of fun playing Overcooked on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm glad to be a part of this video as well. And thank you for watching me, and thank you for having me, MGG.
You're welcome. So we're gonna say goodbye. Happy gaming, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review video. Bye.